Welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, I'm going to talk about these coins. I'm going to be watching in April, and then these coins, they just got something in common, and then they're all moving like below the area of 50 MA. Like I said on my previous, monthly report on the first week of March, when I covered ICX, WANCHAIN, VECHAIN, CARDONA. They were all moving like below the area of 50 EMA, and I said like they're gonna be moving just about the area of 100 EMA. So, and these coins also they have something in common. They're all like down like at least on average down like a 5 to 10 to 15% on average, right? The last quarter. So I just wanted to pay special attention to these coins for April, right? So the first coin we're gonna take a look at is IOTA. When you take a look at IOTA, IOTA got the same pattern with NEBLIO, Dash, ZILLIQA, Stratus, AION, right? So not AION, AION was just bullish, but NEBLIO, Dash, ZILLIQA, right? So it made this bottom formation just about like the last week of November to the first week of December. It pushed to the upside and coming back down, retest this area of let's take a look at it. This area of 0.786, they all came back down to this area of 0.786, right? Either 0.786 or 0.618. Only TRON got a stop just about this area of 50%, right? Only TRON got a stop just about this area of 50%. But all of these altcoins that made the same pattern, they came back down to either 0.786 or 0.618, right? So when you take a look at IOTA, extremely bullish, right? Moving below its area of 50 EMA, looking like ZILLIQA, right? If you've been following me, you know how bullish I'm on ZILLIQA, right? So you take a look at IOTA, 3-wave up, right? And another way to the downside. ZILLIQA making the same type of pattern. So, and they all made the same type of pattern also, right? Just like that, right? A double bottom, double top, and come back down to this area of 0.786. Now they're making 3 up and a 3 down. Nice correction. So keep an eye on IOTA, at least for the whole month. I don't see like IOTA breaking out like for just like a 3 days and then going bearish. So I'm looking for like a 30 to a 25 to 30 days steady movement to the upside, right? If the market remains bullish. So keep an eye on IOTA at least for the short term. Nice accumulation move just about this area, right? I'm just waiting for IOTA to break this rectangle. So as soon as IOTA break this rectangle, I'm just gonna update the price, right? Because we got rejection just about this area of 50 EMA. 100 EMA getting a support below this area of 50 EMA, right? So, but this entire move is just accumulation, right? It is just accumulation. If you want to be bearish on IOTA, you could be looking at a nice inverted head and shoulder, right? Not an inverted head and shoulder, but a nice head and shoulder just about this area. So you could be looking at this, right? You would be saying like it's already broken, right? So, but I don't think like IOTA gonna make a one-to-one extension to the downside. That would be extremely bearish, right? So I'm looking for a one-to-one extension to the upside, right? So, but at least for the short term, I'm pretty confident about this. Not confident, but I like this correction just about this area, at least for the short term. So let's see how IOTA gonna be performing in April, right? As I'm making this video, I don't own any of these coins I'm gonna be talking about, but I'm looking to get some of them as soon as they turn bullish, right? So next coin we're gonna take a look at is Stratus. When you take a look at Stratus, same pattern, started like last week of November. Started the bull run just about the second week of December, moved to the upside, came back down to this area of 0.618. So same pattern, right? They all came back down to this area of 0.618. So just about this area, making a nice accumulation move just about this area of 0.618, right? So nice accumulation move, 3-wave to the upside, come back down, get a support from this area of 50 EMA. So the month April just started, so let's see how Stratus gonna be able to break this area, right? So it is just accumulating, right? So we got a nice accumulation move just about this area. So I'm just waiting for Stratus to break this area, get rejected by this point 0.618, come back down, retest it, and that's it. So most likely we're gonna make a bull flag. That's what I'm expecting from Stratus. As soon as we get to this area, we're gonna make a nice bull flag. Give you time to buy back, right? So that's what I'm expecting from Stratus and IOTA to be extremely bullish in April, right? So Stratus is down like the first quarter, like almost 10%, right? From January to April, right? The first week of April is down like 10%. So and IOTA is down like 13% this whole year. So next coin we're gonna take a look at is King XRP. When you take a look at XRP, it is extremely bullish, but at the same time it is extremely bearish. So I don't know how can I explain like the bullishness of XRP when it is like seriously like bearish, right? But when you take a look at XRP, right, it's only up like let's see, I think like XRP is minus 12% this quarter, right? So it is pretty bearish. But the bullishness of XRP came from this inverted head and shoulder, nice inverted head and shoulder, right? Coupled with a falling wedge just about this area, you know, nice rejection. IOTA got the same rejection, but XRP, you know, rejection is just more severe, right? So coming back down to this area of 6,500 sats. So it is pretty bullish, right? Inverted head and shoulder coupled with a falling wedge, and you take a look at the RSI. RSI is completely oversold, right? So XRP is pretty safe. Like I would say that XRP is one of the safest coin to be buying this quarter. I'm not sure about like the whole month of April, but when it comes to like this quarter, XRP like gonna be like the, you know, as soon as we get out of this area, I'm looking for to go like you know, pretty heavy on XRP. You know, as soon as we break this area of resistance, like get back to like let's say 30 on the RSI, I'm pretty sure like XRP gonna start to turn bullish, because I don't see XRP trending down to this area like forever. You know, triple bottom. That's the first time like you see XRP like the last 15 months XRP making this type of triple bottom, right? These are lower lows on the RSI. So it is pretty bearish. At the same time, the lack of volume is killing XRP. If XRP manages to get like a I mentioned it previously, like 1.2 to 1.8 billion on the daily average volume, it's definitely going to be, you know, bullish, right? It is at the same time, just like IOTA and Stratus, it is moving below its area of 50 MA, just like I said about ICX, WANCHAIN, first week of March, right? I say like ICX and WANCHAIN gonna, you know, go crazy in March. So I don't see XRP moving like below its area of 50 MA the rest of this you know, this month, right? All right, so keep an eye on XRP, down 12% this quarter. Let's see how XRP gonna be dominating April, right? Right, so let's go ahead and take a look at TRON. When you take a look at TRON, TRON has a very nice bottom formation. I think that's the best bottom formation you can find in the market, right? I mean, not the best, but the most beautiful bottom formation, just like BTC back in 2015. BTC made the same exact bottom formation. It moved to the upside to like 106% up and come back down to its area of 50 MA on the weekly, got a support, and then continue the bull run. So when you take a look at TRON, TRON is doing the same thing, right? Nice bottom formation, nice crossover between 50 and 100, just about this area. A 200% move to the upside and coming back down to this area of 50 MA on a weekly, right? So, but TRON just pulled back like a 50%, right? And then you know, you take a look at this. You take a look at this trend line, was like was acting as a resistance just about this area back in August and September, right, up to October. Now it is acting as a big support, right? Even like after we broke it just about this area of mid-December we came back, retested, and then move up like 70%. So, and almost lost 80% of this entire move. So what I'm expecting from TRON, right, it is moving below its area of 50 EMA. So I'm expecting at least TRON for the short term, right, the first or second week of April to start like trending to the upside, right, and break this area. So hopefully like TRON gonna be able to avoid this crossover, because if TRON is not if TRON doesn't manage to avoid this crossover, it could like be very severe for TRON, right? So I think like TRON gotta be able to at least for the short term avoid this crossover, just like XRP. I mean, not to be not to do like a XRP, right? Because XRP wasn't able to avoid this crossover, and then now it's like almost like 15% away from this crossover, right? So what I'm looking for TRON at least the first week of April to be able to start trading above this area of 50 EMA, just about this area, just to stay safe, right? Otherwise, I mean, I think TRON gonna you know, could be facing some danger, right? But at least for the short term, you know, I'm bullish on TRON, right? So, and TRON is down just about, you know, it's plus 1% this quarter, so it's not much, right? So you can at least keep an eye on TRON to come back and retest this area for 900 sats if it avoids this area of crossover. The RSI is a bullish triple bottom. You know, it pushed to the upside, coming back, making a flag. Let's see how this RSI gonna, you know, play out, right? So it doesn't bother me at all. I think like this pullback is pretty healthy on the RSI, as long as we don't get back into this area of previous accumulation. As long as TRON doesn't like come back down within this box, I think like the RSI is pretty healthy. It's just another move to you know, to accumulate and then move to the upside, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum Classic. When you take a look at Ethereum Classic, it's down like 5% this quarter. Basically same type of pattern, but it, you know, started just like the first week of December, right? It pushed to the upside, came back down to this area of 0.786, right? Take a look at it, came back down to 0.786, big accumulation move for like a, you know, almost like 60 days, right? Started like the first week of March, right? 60 days of that accumulation. It pushed to the upside, a nice flag, right? If you remember Dash made the same flag, right? So keep an eye on Ethereum. So I'm not sure if this flag gonna be 5 wave or 3 wave. I'm not sure, but it really doesn't matter as long as, you know, the price break this area of rectangles, right? Because I don't want to spend too much time counting like a 3 or 5 waves, but it seems like it's 3, right? And then we're gonna get a big support from this area of 50 EMA anyway. So we haven't even like got to that area of 50 EMA, and then we got a big support just about this area. So expect like a Ethereum Classic to make a very impulsive wave in April, right? So I think like Ethereum Classic gonna be extremely bullish. You take a look at the RSI, a nice pullback. You know, it pushed to the upside, following the price, right? Price is following the RSI, so no divergence. So that's pretty healthy. So just keep an eye on the RSI to you know, just get flat before it push to the upside, right? Just like that, easy way. Ethereum Classic can be extremely bullish also, like with those like 20-30% move to the upside when it wants to. So just keep an eye on Ethereum Classic in April, right? Same type of accumulation move, right? So, and next coin we're gonna take a look at is Wave. When you take a look at Wave is pretty it kind of like got the same pattern, but it is just like it was extremely bullish back in November. Wave went up like 500%, right? Let's double check. Wave went up like 400%, like back in you know, just about a month, right? From just about late November to mid-December, right? So let's say last week, November 21st to like a December 20th, right? Just about 30 days, it went up 400%. A nice accumulation move just about this area. So, but it is pretty aggressive to include a Wave in this list, because Wave went up like over 400% this you know, past quarter, not past quarter, but the last, you know, 5 months, right? So but you know, this accumulation move is pretty healthy. Got a nice squeeze just about this area of 50 and 100 EMA. So the market is pretty bullish, so I could be expecting, like, at least for the short-term wave to start moving above this area of 50 EMA, at least for the short term, right? Let's say in April. So I'm not expecting like another 400%, 500% move to the upside, but we could at least like break this area of a previous high, because you gotta think about it. This area, just about this area, is the all-time high for wave, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at the all-time high. The all-time high for wave, just about this area of like late December 2017, right? Because if you want to ignore this wick, just about this area, this is a new all-time high, right? So we could expect, at least for the short-term wave, to challenge again this area of all-time high, right? Just about this area, right? So you would be looking at another almost price like going 90% to the upside. So it doesn't look big, but it's another 90% to the upside if a wave decides to challenge this area. So it is pretty aggressive. If I were to buy like wave, it wouldn't be like more than 15% of my portfolio. It's not a financial advice, but it is pretty aggressive after 500% move to the upside, at least like for the short term. I like the RSI. The RSI is looking pretty nice when you take a look at it, just about this area of neutrality. And then even though like wave went up like 400% to the upside, it never got oversold. So it is showing like a lot of strengths, right? Even like it went up 400% to the upside, RSI is still moving, like making a nice accumulation move, right? Just about this area. So it is pretty nice, right? So but we're gonna have to wait and see how wave going to be correcting in the first week of April. It's we're gonna know how wave gonna be acting, right? Just keep an eye also like a big wick to the downside. Sometime like when some coins went up this high, before they go back up, they usually get get a big dump to the downside, like a 30% move to the downside, like in like a 30 second or so. So just keep an eye on that also. Like IOTA did the same thing. I think POPULOUS did the same thing, and some other coins I can't remember, right? But sometimes they get like a big sell off to the downside, very quick one, 30-second one. So it wouldn't be bad to get like some buy order just about this area. The next coin we're gonna take a look at is Bitcoin SV. When you take a look at Bitcoin SV, it's down the past quarter like almost 30%, right? 27% down, right? That last 3 months, right? So it's a pretty big deal, right? So not versus BTC, but on dollar value, right? It's down like 30%, right? So this one is versus USD Tether, right? So I think like the chart of a USD Tether looks better versus BTC. I usually don't trade versus USD Tether. So that's the first time I'm including a USD Tether pairing, right? So the chart is moving below its area of 50 MA, just like the rest, right? It's down 27%, coming, a big move to the upside, came back down to this area of 0.786, just like the rest, right? Just like the rest. So nice accumulation move, lasted like almost, over 2 months, right? Since like late January. So what I'm expecting, at least for this coin to do, I'm expecting just like the rest, right? It's gonna make this type of move, some accumulation move, so before it takes off. So just keep an eye on it. As soon as you see like some accumulation move just about this area, I wouldn't be like FOMOing. As soon as I see like a 10%, 15% move to the upside, I'm just gonna wait, because this accumulation move could last like 7 to 15 days, at least a week to 2 weeks, because before it move to the upside. If it decide to make the same type of pattern as ZILLIQA and Stratus, something like the IOTA, right? It has to make that accumulation move. Otherwise, we're just gonna see what type of pattern it is going to be making, at least for the short term. The RSI is looking great. you know, it's looking strong, right? Just about this accumulation move, also just about this area of neutrality accumulating. So I don't have any Bitcoin SV, but I like the chart. Any of these coins I just mentioned, I'm not holding any of it. So, but as soon as they turn bullish, I'm looking to like accumulate some of them, right? So all right, that's about it for today. If you find any of these content useful, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and let me know what you think down below the comment section. Thank you for watching.